guilt towards certain foods that you eat. Get ready for the most random vlog ever. Thoughts that have been on my mind lately. Good morning, what is up you guys? Get ready for the most random vlog ever because I'm on a side quest in Kamloops, and honestly I've been struggling to film podcast episodes, so we're gonna try and see how filming unscripted and just taking you guys along for my day while giving you guys my genuine thoughts goes, because, you know, it's always good to try new things. So let's get ready. Whoa. Man, if you guys could see what you guys are currently stacked up on, I have a tripod, so I don't know why I'm not using my tripod, but we're just doing this so that things are a little bit quicker because I want to get a move on my day. But I'm actually here with a friend who invited me out on this side quest to Kamloops this weekend, and I think it was last week or the week before, he won a giveaway from one of his friends who is starting an apparel company, and he won a box of cookies. So let me show you guys what we dug into last night. So if you guys are from Vancouver, you guys probably know this company called YVR Cookie. This cookie was actually from the hotel when we got here, so that was nice of them, but definitely does not compare to what is in this box over here. Let me show you guys what we actually had last night. So these cookies are actually pretty damn good when they're warmed up. The flavor skyrockets from like a 7 to a 9 for some of them for me. You know, it's probably best that you don't know how many calories are in each cookie because they are dense, but look at that. I mean, some of them don't look as nice right now because we already ate a couple pieces and tried some of each. This one is the Score cookie butter. This one is my fave so far. 9.5 for me. And then also Oreo, which was all right. This one was a Twix version, which is my second favorite. That one's probably a 9. And then there's still the Cookie Monster and the Dunka cookie, but we had these last night. So long story short is that I'm gonna go to the gym because I am experiencing some brain fog this morning from those cookies last night. I'm not training because I feel guilty in any sense. I am training because these symptoms will definitely clear when I start moving my body and actually using the glucose so I can actually feel productive with my day and get a move on and do some editing and all of that jazz. Sorry, that was a really long-winded way of saying it. But basically, the more that I move the glucose around my body, the less brain foggy I will feel and the more functional that I will be in my day-to-day. So that's what we're gonna do. We are all changed up and ready to go. Hotel lighting, one, looks absolutely bomb because after that amount of cookies, we are still pretty decently lean. Not that it really changes anything if you eat like this for one day, but it's just nice to know that the body is resilient. The other thing that I will say is that usually I don't indulge like this. It's a very rare occasion, but I am in my luteal and menstrual phase, so the cravings for sweets and some chocolate and all of that has been very strong. So that is why, that is why I decided that, you know, one day is alright to indulge. It is fine because most of the time I focus on proteins, whole foods, and good fats. So a little bit of a carb up doesn't hurt anybody as long as it's an informed choice and you know what you are getting yourself into, because I definitely knew that having those cookies at 9 to 10 p.m. at night probably wasn't gonna serve my brain that well the following morning, but it was something that I accepted, and so here we are. But we are going to get our workout in and check out the hotel gym, see what that's like. So also, rarely do I ever take pre-workout, but this flavor is actually pretty good. And the reason that I'm taking pre-workout is because don't at me, you guys, but for some reason I don't know how to work this coffee machine. Honestly, I probably do. I probably just need some water, but we are on a quick timeline here, and so pre-workout was the move. Let's go. All right, so this is the fitness room. Not too bad. And no one's here, which is amazing because I have this place to myself, and there's no need to be scared to film if I want to film, so I guess this is their little stretching yoga room. Pretty cute, pretty zen. Okay guys, I seriously need to stop wasting time and just get on with my day. Like I said, today is just about getting movement, getting circulation in, not really punishing ourselves for eating a cookie, because life is meant to be enjoyed, okay? So one hot day does not make a summer. Remember that, as I've said in a previous reel, we're just gonna move to feel good. It's gonna be a little bit of full body.
Negro con azúcar, baby, please. Un chin más, porfa, no se hundís. Tus caderas no mientan como Shaki. Ese cuerpo de dulce, tráelo aquí. With all these summer night walks, summer night talks, sweet night thoughts, summer night dance, sweet romance. Azúcar del amor. Azúcar del amor. Yeah. Ese sabor tan sexy, rico, canela de dulce, yo te pido más. Baby, yo quiero más. Azúcar, azúcar, yeah. Siempre sabe agridulce.
Forgot my water bottle upstairs, but that's okay. We're just gonna power through, and we only have a bit of the workout left, so might as well just finish what we started.
Vibras buenas, labios de cherry, baila como se fue el sencillo del odio dolor. Azúcar del amor, azúcar del amor. Yeah. Ese sabor tan sexy, rico, canela de dulce, yo te pido. Azúcar, azúcar ya, baby, quiero más. Azúcar, azúcar ya, azúcar, azúcar ya. Azúcar, azúcar ya, baby, quiero más. Azúcar, azúcar ya, baby, quiero más. With all these summer night walks, summer night talks, sweet night thoughts, summer night dance, sweet.
Alrighty, you guys, we are back in the hotel room, and of course, I would be one to forget my camera batteries other than the one that is already in the camera. So, midway through this vlog, I will probably be using my friend's camera and or my phone camera. So if the quality changes, apologies. This is my first vlog in like forever, so yes. Anyway, we are going to get a little bit face ready to go find a cafe to work at so that we can be productive. And also probably find some food because it is now 1 p.m. and I'm getting a little bit hungry post-workout. I did want to talk a little bit more on the topic of maybe feeling guilty after you've had something like a bunch of cookies at night. I know that a lot of people can feel guilt and shame and all of that. And when you work out, the purpose should not be to punish your body. It should be to move it because you respect it so much that you want to take care of it. I find that when I'm feeling stuck, when I'm feeling low, usually what helps is focusing on the things that move the needle for me in the day. If I ate unhealthy last night, what moves the needle for me is having a good workout to clear my mind, meditation, journaling, and also making sure that my food today is healthy and nourishing, and also being productive on my personal goals and things that I am working towards. So that is what usually will help me stay in a more positive mindset versus you guys, I freaking called it. My camera battery died, and so now I am using my friend's Sony camera, which, you know, quality, can we say it's better, but also this camera is dying with its batteries as well, so I don't really know how far I'll get with this vlog before that time's out too. Another thing that I want to say regarding this is that usually when we start to care so much about every single thing that we eat, we are signaling anxiety, stress, and panic in our brains that causes a reaction in our bodies to the foods that we eat. So if you notice, there's a lot of people who just don't really care. They don't overthink what a food will do to its body, and they are perfectly fine. And I do believe that there's some sort of emotional weight that gets stuck on you when you feel this emotional guilt or shame towards certain foods that you eat. In knowing that, I'm not saying don't care about the things that you put in your body, just know that as long as you stick to a majority of the time eating the way that helps you feel your best, then the other 20% of the time, perfectly fine to enjoy and live life a little. That is my personal opinion. And this is coming from someone who has tried nearly every diet under the sun in my time, in my lifespan, because I've been vegetarian, vegan, plant-based, pescatarian, going on keto diets. I've gone all the way to carnivore and animal-based too. What I found works the best is simply, this is gonna sound so generic, okay, because literally I feel like you hear this from a lot of other health and fitness influencers, but simply just focusing on the non-processed foods. If you just remove the processed foods and focus on animal protein, animal fats, occasional fruits and vegetables if you feel like it, I typically keep mine pretty moderate, then you will see such a difference in your body simply by removing the man-made processed types of foods from your diet. You'll feel it in your mental health, you'll feel it in your physical health, and honestly, I do feel like it has an effect on your emotional health too. Trust me, I mean, I know that I look pretty fit now, but I have had my fair share of going through the cycles of binging, restricting. If you don't know, I was previously a bodybuilder for 2 years and I competed and I looked super shredded at one point, and after going through that journey, I had an insane amount of body dysmorphia, and it took me some time to heal my eating patterns and to be able to view myself as a regular human being and not just someone who looks jacked all the time. This is part of my mindset around food and fitness and nutrition now. Okay, I keep yapping and not actually getting ready, so we are getting ready now while I yap. This is the Hourglass concealer that I use as foundation in the color Beach. This is my favorite, all-time favorite. I will use this forever and ever. I keep saying that I will make a video on my fitness journey and everything about that, and I will eventually, so I can go more in depth during that video about my whole journey, because it did include me at one point gaining a lot of weight and going through emotional turmoil, and so if I can share that journey and it helps someone out there, then that'd be really great. But I think that it deserves its own full in-depth video that I will make versus kind of just breezing over it here. Too Faced blush, guys. I've had this for probably more than 5 years and it's lasted me so long, and I swear I use this nearly every single day and it is still looking like it's got a lot. I'm pretty sure this one is discontinued now. This one was the Perfect Flush blush, and you know, it has served me well for the last 5 years. I'm not gonna lie, vlogging is pretty, it's pretty fun. I feel like it's nice. It's kind of a little bit less formal. I feel like I'm chit-chatting with a little friend right now. It's super casual. I can just kind of ramble my thoughts as you guys listen. Another blush that I really like layering on, sorry guys, my stuff is looking pretty disgusting, but this is the NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. And you know, I don't know why they named it that. I don't know why they named it that, but it is one of my favorite blushes to kind of layer on top of the Too Faced one. I feel like it just creates such a nice little glow. Lastly, just to give my face a little bit of color, we are going in with the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer. I like this one because it's not too orange. Some bronzers out there literally makes you kind of look like an Oompa Loompa, and I don't like that. Especially on my skin tone, I feel like the more neutral browns work a lot better and do not make me look kind of like a little bumpkin, you know? So I'll just go in with that on my cheeks. And then also around my forehead. Lastly is the lipstick. I know that I already still have lipstick from this morning, but we're just going to touch up. The one that I've been using, the combo lately, has been the Milani lipstick in the shade Petal. And then also this lipstick from an Asian brand called Minimalist. I think this is number 9. And I got it at a store that's kind of like Muji, but not, or like a Daiso, but these two together creates just such a nice color on my lips, and I really love the pink shades. But what I'll do is I will take the Milani one, just dab it, because this one can look pretty intense if you go all in, and then I will layer this one on top, just in the center. And while I'm out, I have actually gotten so many compliments on my lip color for these two, so these are my two favorites. Alright, so that is that. We are going to take our hair down and get changed, find somewhere to go eat, because I am a little bit hungry and we need to refuel ourselves after that good old workout. And if you can guess what my favorite spot that I go to for casual eats, or if you can guess what I'm going to get, 5 points to you, although I'd be really surprised if you can get it because I've never talked about it on this channel at all. We have returned with a nice comfy cozy sweater, and show you guys in the full mirror here some nice cute sweats. I rarely ever wear sweats, but come on now, I just had to. I've just been really feeling this cozy chic vibe. So shout outs to my sister because she actually gave me this outfit recently. Now guys, usually I would opt for these pair of shoes because they just complete the look with this platform vibe. However, because my friend has his car at the moment and we will be on a walking journey, I'm not sure that this would be the best move to walk in because usually I'm wearing zero drop shoes and these are a bit toe squishy, so I have a feeling that after some time it might hurt to walk in, so I might opt for my Vivos, which are super beaten up, but it's okay because comfort over style. Alright, so you guys might be wondering, Rachel, you said that you're here with a friend. Where is your friend? They're actually here for a job. So today I actually get to solo side quest around Kamloops and see what there is to do. Well, actually not what there is to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a cafe and try and work on the podcast episode that I had recorded a couple days ago. But it's kind of nice because I feel like the latter half of 2025 has really been about independence for me and just being able to be on my own and enjoy my own company. Alrighty, so as you guys saw, I am at a sushi restaurant, and actually, this was not my first option that I was going to choose, but if you did guess sushi, that is part of my dinner staple. Having salmon sashimi, it's just so easy, it's just so clean, it hasn't really been altered or messed with, so that is why I love having sashimi as one of my options. My original option, which is the more affordable alternative, that was going to be a McDonald's burger patty, because if you guys didn't know, McDonald's burger patty is just 100% beef, so it is pretty clean, and when you don't have it with the rest of the buns and stuff like that, it's pretty good, and it's an easy way to get your protein. Honestly, the sushi in Vancouver, I really feel like we're spoiled with, but this one isn't bad. Right now, though, you guys, low-key, I regret wearing the sweater because it's actually pretty freaking hot. I don't know if you guys can see me getting shiny. I definitely feel like I wore the wrong clothes outside of the hotel today. So later we might switch to maybe some shorts and a nice little crop top. They cut it up so nicely. After filling up on a bit of sashimi, I was on a quest to find a cafe to work at. Kamloops is a pretty small town, and it's got a laid-back and very quiet vibe, which is why I didn't feel shy at all vlogging in public. Luckily, everything was in walking distance, and I found this cafe called Amplified to work at. This was actually a really nice cafe, and they had a variety of drinks, including a baby chino, which I thought was super cute, as well as other pastries. But honestly, I've been getting back into my matcha phase, so I just ordered one iced. If there's one thing about me, I know I need to reduce my caffeine intake, so this is a start. One other cool thing about this cafe was that it was attached to a bookstore, which I wish I checked out, but unfortunately I didn't because I was too focused on getting some work done before the cafe closed. Alright you guys, I am back at the hotel because the cafe closed at 5. I actually think that I'll continue working on the podcast episode here for a little bit before me and my friend go for dinner later. But I also just wanted to talk about some thoughts that have been on my mind lately. So, last night I kind of had a mini meltdown to my friend, and it was a mixture of things. One, I am on my cycle right now, so I feel like that has to do with a little bit of the high emotions that I'm experiencing on things that I feel would otherwise not bother me quite as much. And two, I think that what might have happened was that, I'm putting myself out here with content and also feeling like I'm going nowhere. But I feel like that is the common fear amongst a lot of content creators, or maybe not fear, more so insecurity with a lot of content creators who just start outputting their stuff out there, because we live in a day and age where things seem to be so instantaneous, and we forget that to make progress in any area of our life, it actually takes a lot more time and dedication than we anticipate. What I was telling my friend was that I feel like people aren't really engaging with my posts. They're not being received as well as I would like. When I was talking to a separate friend who mentioned that they would like to get into content as well, and they had posted a photo of themselves that they deemed as meh, yet it reached about 48,000 people. Part of me just thought that, wow, I feel like with the kind of content that I'm creating, I have to try 10 times as hard just to even get a fraction of that reach. And so it kind of discouraged me in a way. It kind of got to me last night because then out of nowhere I was having these thoughts of comparison and suddenly thinking, wow, what makes me special? What makes my content special? It seems so average when there's people who can just post a regular photo of themselves and receive that kind of reach and engagement. I just felt like giving up, essentially. Something that I appreciate about my friend is that he's got a really good head on his shoulders and actually gave me a really good perspective. And we came to the conclusion that with my type of content that I'm putting out, I am rebranding my page. My page started out as fitness. That is what the people that originally followed me subscribed for, and now it's turned into a more personal brand with mindset and trying to offer value through life lessons and storytelling. And so the audience is a little bit of a mismatch right now. What's happening was that I am trying to rebuild my audience from scratch. My friend had opened my perspective that people may not praise you the way that you want, people may not comment the things that you would like or interact with the art that you put out there. People can be watching silently, not liking, not commenting, but they can still be positively impacted by the message that I'm putting out there. Another thing that I thought about was that I guess I can't really compare my day 1, my chapter 1 or my chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. And in the reality, my chapter 2 can be inspiring someone else to start their chapter 1, and that is still something that is worthwhile. Last night I was just opening up to him about this and crying and just letting the tears fly, but he was really able to kind of pull my mind back to the reality and get me a little level-headed again. So that was nice. And I feel like that is a lesson that we can all take when it comes to comparison, because it really is the thief of joy. You know, if I do take a look at my YouTube shorts, they are gradually building in reach, so what you really have to do is look at your own progress, because there's no use comparing yourself to someone else who isn't playing the game of your life. That's something that I really took away from the conversation that I had with my friend last night. And if I have to be honest, it also wasn't just the content creation that I was comparing myself to, it was also comparing myself to the beauty of one or two individuals. When I had these thoughts, I literally had to remind myself that, you know, I am beautiful as well, and scroll through my Instagram and see the videos or the photos that makes me smile seeing my genuine self shine. I just think that it's so interesting how we can look at someone else, see their beauty, and for some reason it makes us feel less than. We have to realize that that's really not the case. Someone else's success, someone else's beauty does not take away from our own, especially when it comes to looks. Physicality is something that fades over time. If we have to be real, we all age and we all change the way that we look throughout our lives. Value is not only in physicality, it is the things that we offer, whether that's kindness, whether that's emotional intelligence, or genuine support, or just shining our authenticity, is really what makes up the whole of our value. And that is what we should focus on, not feeling sad that someone is good looking and then feeling like we're not. I just want to remind you guys that we are all on our own journeys, and when we stay in the lane and play the game of our own lives and figure out along the way how we can level up ourselves, we tend to grow way quicker than when we're focused on other people in their lanes. We honestly have no business in that, because it's not our place to be. Our place to be is in our own lane and in our own life, and working on developing ourselves into the best person that we can be. The other thing that I was thinking about was the topic of self-sabotage, since that's part of my latest podcast episode topic. I just want to talk about my filming process with that, because little do you guys know, that podcast episode seems to be decent, like fine and dandy, but I was struggling through filming that, guys. I really think that part of it was because articulation and self-expression is definitely way more difficult in the back end of your menstrual cycle. I hadn't filmed something in a little while, and I wanted to continue to put dedicated action towards building something either for my channel or my podcast and continuing to put myself out there. So yeah, I kind of forced this episode to happen, and I just remember feeling super frustrated. I had to have a lot of retakes and deleting clips over and over and saying the same line over and over just to kind of get it sounding decently right. I was this close to giving up filming, and also this close to giving up on just scrapping the whole episode. But as I mentioned in a previous podcast episode, if I were to do that, I would be taking away an opportunity to put myself out there, and also for my content to reach the right people that might benefit from it. And me wanting to scrap that episode, or being this close to giving up, would be me sabotaging myself and holding myself back from being able to attain the dream or the goal that I desire. And I feel like so many of us do that to ourselves, and by telling ourselves that we're not good enough, we are literally limiting our potential and our ability to grow. Like I said in that podcast episode, if it goes up before this vlog, whenever you hear those voices of self-doubt, of your saboteur, aka Petunia for me, when you hear them screaming and being so annoying, you gotta do the exact opposite. So regardless of whether or not I like my podcast episode or whether I don't, I'm going to put it up anyway because I put in the effort to try and film it. We'll just take it as a learning lesson of when I should be scheduling filming at the most productive time in my cycle, but also a learning lesson that we're not listening to the self-sabotage and we are leaning into the growth and the discomfort versus staying stagnant and comfortable. Honestly, you guys, I really have no idea if I'm talking in circles or if this vlog is going to be cohesive because your girl hasn't vlogged in a hot minute. I also just feel like I'm rambling about just these random things that are coming to mind. Guys, I seriously wish I could be more concise with my thoughts right now. It's just because it's a little bit later in the day and I feel like I gotta get this done so that my friend is allowed back in the room so that we can go eat later. And I feel like I'm just rambling thoughts because this is unscripted and this is me just giving you guys my 2 cents as these thoughts come up. Anyways, I know that I said that I would probably continue working on my podcast episode, but your girl is also kind of hungry again, so I'm thinking me and my friend might try and find a place to eat for dinner tonight, likely gonna grab a steak, and then I'll probably continue working on the podcast after that.